A deadly day for Americans, but the man the military says was behind the violence, one of our own, opening fire on a U.S. base. The target, a stress counseling center at one of the largest American air bases in Baghdad. Tonight, 5 people are dead. Fox 5's Laura Evans live in the Satellite Center with the news edge on this developing story and why some say it could happen again.
Yeah, new information coming in on this tonight, Brian. We still don't know the identity, though, of the shooter, although we're hearing from a source, a senior military official, that it was an Army sergeant. The soldier is an Army sergeant and is a patient at the stress clinic. Don't know why this happened still. They're still trying to get to the bottom of it, but we do know we're hearing about a verbal altercation that happened earlier in the day, and then later that Army sergeant came back with a weapon.
It does speak to me, though, about the need for us to redouble our efforts, the concern in terms of dealing with the stress.
U.S. forces under fire in a place where soldiers are seeking help, and this time it's not enemy fire. Military officials say the 5 Americans were killed by one of their own.
Such a tragic loss of life at the hands of our own forces is a cause for great and urgent concern, and I can assure you that it will get this department's highest priority attention.
Defense Secretary Robert Gates and Joint Chiefs Chairman Admiral Michael Mullen say the gunman is in custody. A senior military official is now revealing the gunman had been disarmed after an earlier incident at the center, but returned later with another weapon. It's unclear whether the victims worked at the clinic or were fellow patients. While shootings like this are rare, it is shedding new light on how the government treats wartime stress, especially for soldiers now in their 3rd or 4th tour of this 6-year war. Patrick Campbell, an Iraq veteran, works with the Iraq-Afghanistan Veterans of America.
The Department of Defense has a severe shortage of mental health professionals throughout, not just in theater, but back at home. We need to be dealing with it before they get deployed, while they're doing deployed, and when they get home.
The White House, meantime, says President Obama is looking into tighter security measures on U.S. military posts.
And then we're doing everything we can to ensure that our men and women in uniform are protected.
And here are some telling numbers tonight, Brian. A veterans report found that in 2004, there was 1 counselor for every 387 soldiers. More recently, it's 1 for every 734. Brian.
Laura Evans tonight. Fragging happened much more often during the Vietnam War, but it's not unheard of in Iraq. Today's incident, the deadliest of its kind since Operation Iraqi Freedom began. But there have been 4 others dating back to March of 2003. In those attacks, a total of 7 American service members were killed.